Hi everyone, welcome to Milla's vlog. So happy Wednesday, and I promised you I would get back on here and talk to you a little bit more about Driftwood and where and how you can get it, and if it's even legal to pick up. So I did follow up. I called the state of Vermont and I followed up with the question, is it okay to pick up some pieces of driftwood, or do I need a permit? So she's like, if you're picking up a piece here and there, and from time to time, that's okay. She goes, but it is not okay, like you're raking it up and you're putting it in your car. And it is not okay to take large pieces like logs that have come in, or pieces of the root, which are really artistic and quite beautiful. It's not okay to take those. So I was really super happy to find that out. I had thought that anyway. I thought it was okay to pick up a few pieces. And so I've made like 3 different areas. I've picked up a few different pieces. So I've accumulated maybe 10 pieces altogether, and I've got a few pieces out here that fell off the trees, and the pieces I pick up are like 2 by 3. The largest piece, I put a couple pieces of bark that had fallen to the ground together for the last art installation. I cleaned them all up, and I did like that. I did not go try to get bark. You don't want to do things like that. You don't want to disrupt a live tree. If it's fallen and it's just kind of in your backyard and it's a couple pieces, it's not going to hurt. So as an artist, I'm like, okay, where are these artists getting these large pieces of a driftwood? So I looked up where to buy, and you will not believe this. I'm just showing you, these are all for sale. And they're on Amazon. I kid you not. They're natural. So they're saying for aquarium. So they have natural pieces of driftwood for the aquarium. And it's something else I found out too I want to share with you. But this is how they're selling them: about 4 to 7 inches, 8 pieces. They're selling for $18.99. Now, if you're an artist and you're deciding you want a lot of these pieces out there and you want to go get them on your own, you definitely want to check in with your state if you need a permit, and where and if you can do that. Certain places, I'm thinking we're going to see as the future goes, as the future's coming in, right? We're going to see, because we've got a few places here where you're definitely seeing the effects of climate change. And so I perceive one day we're just going to see a sign that says, not accessible, like they don't want you to even walk over there. That's what's going to happen. So anyway, this is on Amazon, and 5 pieces of driftwood, branches, and for the aquarium is $16.99. So you want to look for where it says natural. And now here they have, these are 100 pieces of, I'm going to see if I can get this a larger picture for you. I just want to show you this, because this is something I would be interested in, as I want to make little rafts out of sticks. It's not going to give me the larger picture here. But this is, if you can see, those are sticks, you see? So there's 100 of them for $9.98. So, and they classify them as craft, here they are. So they're classifying them as craft sticks. Now that's something I'd be very interested in, because I would like to make little rafts with twine and put my little critters on there. So there's an idea for you. I like to share my ideas. So let me just see if there's another place here. Natural driftwood. I think this is your best bet to get the driftwood instead of going out on the beach, because okay, so there's Amazon again. They've got Walmart, but the pieces to me look very, like every single piece looks kind of the same. So let's see here. eBay. I'd be very careful with that because, you know, unless it's a business that has permit and they are specifically, you want to make sure, let me put it this way, you want to make sure, like wherever you're buying it, because this is like a little bit more of my research, I want to make sure it's earth friendly. I don't want to find out later I've been supporting like a company that's going out there and yeah, raking up the driftwood off of all of the banks and the shorelines, because that would not be, because they're needed, they're part of the ecosystem. When the trees, you know, branches, things fall into the lakes or the rivers or the ocean, whatever, that's all part of the ecosystem. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you, that you can buy these online. And so, you know, before I do, I'll let you know where I end up buying mine. And because I want to make some larger sculptures in the future. Right now I'm just working with very tiny little things for an art and craft show. I want to get about maybe a dozen, 10 or a dozen of them put together. And if I could get more of that would be great. If I find a place to buy the driftwood. Again, bark, oh, this is what I wanted to tell you. So bark that has fallen to the ground, again, we're talking minimal, you know, like we're talking a few pieces. It is not okay, at least in the state of Vermont, to go rake up this stuff or put bags and bags of this stuff, because the ecosystem needs it. So anyway, we got that clear out of the way. But people are picking up the branches that have fallen and creating like their own driftwood, you know, like cleaning it and sanding it, like you saw me doing on TikTok, with a few little pieces of bark. That I used a few little pieces of bark that had fallen from the trees. We have some trees down here. And so when I sanded them, I cleaned them and sanded them and brushed them, and they were looking like a piece of driftwood. Very lovely and clean. But anyway, you can do things like that too. Okay, so I thought I would jump on here and share with you, but if whatever state, I would love to hear what state you're in, and if you're interested in anything like this, let me know. We're talking about it over here because it is an earth-friendly topic. When I get more into my artwork where I'm using a piece of driftwood, then I share that over on Echo Art with Carmela T. So with that, I hope that you have an absolutely beautiful day, and love and light.